Thug life chose him. He didn't choose thug life.
You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Here that you gave her numerous options.
I love this. She brought one piece of paper.
But the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
He's like, look, bitch, we've given a whole binder, a 3-ring binder you could open up. There's chapters, there's little things, there's footnotes and everything. You brought one piece of paper. What are we doing here?
And that's when President Trump gets back in office. He's going to designate you a terrorist organization, and he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. You're done. You're done.
Well, America has got a new border czar. Breaking. President-elect Donald Trump has announced that he intends to name Tom Homan the border czar. Here, let's get a little flashback of who this man is, because this guy brings the energy of the fuck around and find out.
Saying that, I wish somebody in Democratic leadership would say that out loud. Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror.
Thug life chose him. He didn't choose thug life.
You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Mr. Homan, please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
How did he disrespect the chair? How did he disrespect the chair? How? Please point it out. You have Miss Japal. How did she do it?
As you politely let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get to go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have approved an agreement between
I love this guy.
Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one witness, one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority.
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer.
What did he do? What is the hammer supposed to mean here? Look at the eyes. It's crazy eyes.
I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
Damn.
The witness will suspend.
Damn. This guy goes hard. And he's even had a little fight with AOC.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it's
this guy is so this guy's a cartoon character. He said, I gave numerous options to close the border and save lives.
It says here that you gave her numerous options.
I love this. She brought one piece of paper.
But the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
He's like, look, bitch, we've given a whole binder, a 3-ring binder you could open up. There's chapters, there's little things, there's footnotes and everything. You brought one piece of paper. What are we doing here?
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
He's like, he's not gonna fall. It feels like this is what the issue is with the left, is that they come in with arguments so disingenuous because all they're looking for is like a gotcha. And then once they get you in their gotcha, then you have to play the ball. Then the ball is in their court, and you have to play by their rules. This guy isn't falling for that trap.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
This guy's built like Mr. Incredibles.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer...
Dang, true, facts. You get pulled over with DUI, you have a kid in the car, the cop's gotta have to separate you. He's like, what are you doing? Come on, you're putting the kid's life in risk, you dummy.
New York, and I arrested a father for domestic violence. I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
Okay, so just if you have legal asylum here, you can't be charged with anything. You're scotch-free. You can break in law like any law you want. What are we talking about here? That is, what do you mean with all due respect? and then giving that look.
When you enter the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Okay. She's like, okay, we're gonna. I'm telling you. I think this guy is built like a cartoon character. He's built like Mr. Incredibles, but this is a guy that you don't fuck around because you're gonna find out.
As a guy who spent 34 years deporting illegal aliens, I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law. You better start packing now. You're damn right. Because you're going
That Josh
home.
Bridges? The fuck?
And I got another message.
Another one.
Another message to the criminal cartels in Mexico. You smuggled enough fentanyl across this country to kill 148,000 young Americans. You have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. And that's when President Trump gets back in office. He's going to designate you a terrorist organization, and he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. You're done. You're done.
Wow. So the Cartel de Sol, the one that's down in like Mexico, that's smuggling all the fentanyl, that's gonna be listed as a terrorist threat. That's gonna be one to watch out for. Very, very interesting.
Well, I think, look, it'd be great to have local law enforcement assist ICE because, you know, one thing we learned during 9/11 report was we shouldn't have stovepipes. Law enforcement should be working with law enforcement. But, you know, there's two things. Number one, under President Trump, he was suing the sanctuary cities, DOJ suing the sanctuary cities, pulling federal funds. Of course, day one, when Joe Biden came in office, he stopped that lawsuit. So that has to be put back in place. And look, I've seen some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, you know, a suggestion: if you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, but we're going to do it. So if we can't get assistance.
Nice. He's like, hey, look, we're gonna do this. So either help us or get the hell out of the way. I respect the hell out of that.
From New York City, and I may have, you know, we may have to double the number of agents we send in New York City because we're going to do the job. We're going to do the job without you or with you. But it's much easier to arrest a bad guy. Like I just said, we're concentrating on public safety threats of human and national security threats.
It blows me away that there's been mayors and government officials who say that they're not going to help out with this. It's like, if the president says you're going to do something, do you not, like, who's your boss then? Where's your chain of command?
It's much easier to arrest a bad guy in the jail. Give us access to Rikers Island that we've been kicked out of. Let us get the bad guy in the jail. It's safer for the alien. It's safer for the officer. It's safer for the community. But if you want to release these bad guys, if you want to release these bad guys out in the community, then we're going to have to go find them, which puts the officer at risk, puts the community at risk, and puts, you know, and bottom line is, no one, sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. And the left keeps saying, well, we want victims and witnesses of a crime to feel safe, come to the police department knowing we don't work with ICE. Let me make one thing clear. That's just a stone cold lie. Victims and witnesses of a crime does not want the bad guy back in their neighborhood.
That's true.
Certainly.
True.
And most...
This guy's speaking straight facts right now.
Look, the illegal immigrant community, they broke the law being there, they shouldn't be. However, after being there, they're God-fearing family people. I get it. Do they want a sexual predator in their neighborhood? Do they want someone convicted of DUI 10 times in their neighborhood? Let us protect not only the American communities, let us protect the immigrant community. Who's a victim of MS-13 crime?
All of them are uncomfortable now. They're all shifting their bodies.
You know, if sanctuary cities don't want to help us, to get the hell out of the way, because we're coming.
But I am a pro Tom Homan guy. I want to know what you guys think after sitting there listening to this guy. What kind of vibes do you get from him? Do you agree with me? He kind of looks like Mr. Incredibles. But if you guys like the way the words are flowing in my mouth, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, please like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends. Join me over on Twitch, twitch.com or twitch.tv, excuse me, /ActuallyElrod. We go out for the first hour or so of the stream, finding all the stuff on the internet, reacting to, taking your opinions, and maybe even starting some new series, you know what I'm saying? And then afterwards, we get into some games, play a lot of Call of Duty. I got to get into some games like Scarfall 2.0, play with you guys. That would be so cool. But yeah, with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.